Hello, it's Eden. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is part 2 in a 5-part series for newly diagnosed adults with ADHD. Just some tips to help them get through their life that little bit easier. So today we'll be talking about habits. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. We are very habitual. We like doing and performing habits because habits just mean we just don't have to use as much brain power to think about things that we have to do, and we can, devote our big brains to something a little bit more creative and fun and that sort of stuff. Habits are pretty ingrained in all of our lives, and it's very important that you have routines and habits that you use on the daily, because that's just going to make your life a hell of a lot easier. So the first tip: use your social media, video games, and TV, and all those fun things that you love to do as a reward for doing something productive. So if you're the type to get very distracted when it comes to playing video games or watching TV or browsing social media, then use it as a reward after you do something productive. If you need to do a project, work on the project for 20 minutes and then take a 5-minute break and browse social media. If you need to do something important like fold the clothes, wash dishes, write an important email, but you also really want to play a video game, then doing that thing first and then rewarding yourself with the video game afterwards means that you can rest easy knowing that that important thing is done, and you can enjoy and focus and concentrate on the thing that you like to do, the video game, instead of sitting there playing the video game and feeling guilty for avoiding the thing that you need to do. So use your fun things as rewards. The next habit is using timers if you need to study or work on something really important. A really handy app is called the Pomodoro Timer. The Pomodoro Timer app is a timed app where you have intense periods of productivity followed by short periods of relaxation. It's very handy to have if you need to study or work on something really important that's going to take a lot of your time to do. You can use the Pomodoro timer or the Pomodoro method to study for 20 minutes, take a 5-minute break, study for 20 minutes, take a 5-minute break, study for 20 minutes, and then take a 10-minute break. It's really good, and it just breaks up your day and it makes it much more fun to actually get through. And you'll find that because you're working with a timer, you will tend to work a lot faster and more efficiently because there is a finite amount of time that you have to be doing something. So use timers. The next habit is fidgeting. Fidgeting is something that we are really predisposed to, especially if we're trying to concentrate. Like, I fidget constantly. I rub my hands, I wiggle my toes, I move around a lot. You can see even just in this shot how much I move around. I like to use my hands to move. So fidgeting is something that we do a lot. We know that fidgeting can get very annoying for other people that are around us, but allow yourself to fidget. Fidgeting is how we concentrate. Fidgeting is how we focus and how we distract and block out things around us. If you know that you have a particular fidgeting method that is annoying to others, then do a little bit of trial and error and find a way that you can fidget without distracting other people around you. Some ways that you can focus fidget, I suppose, is rather than shaking your whole leg, you can just wiggle your toes. If you like to make noises with your mouth, like and that sort of stuff, like I know I like to do those, is you can chew gum. Allow yourself to fidget. Let yourself know that it's okay to fidget, because fidgeting means that you're concentrating. Fidgeting is not a bad thing. Allow yourself to fidget. The next tip that I have today in terms of your habits and your ADHD is designate days to do particular things. So if you have a big task, break it up over multiple days. I actually learned this tip through cake decorating. When it comes to making cakes, especially if you need to make a cake and then ice it and then put the fondant on and it just takes forever, it's a huge task. and it can't really be done in one sitting. So what I learned is I would always give myself 3 days to make a cake. I would make the cake on the first day, and then that particular task is done. And then the next day I would make the icing and I would ice the cake, and then the third day I would then apply fondant. And in between there I would usually make fondant as well. But breaking up the task over several days makes it much easier to do rather than trying to do the task at once. I don't wash and fold laundry in one day. I wash, hang my laundry out. If I remember, I will bring it in that same day, but I usually don't. So I hang it undercover, so that way it's protected from the elements. But I'll bring it in the next day, and then I will usually fold and put it away. I break the task up because to me, laundry is just a huge task, and it just completely rolls me over. So I, instead of doing it, I will do nothing. So I break the task down to make it easier to do. I have certain days that I will do things like I will do most of my washing on a Monday and a folding on a Tuesday. If I need to clean the bathroom, I'll clean the bathroom on a Wednesday. If I have to clean the toilet, I will usually clean the toilet on a Thursday. So I will break all these tasks down, and I will just gently insert them throughout my day rather than going, right, today I'm going to house clean and I'm going to do everything, because then if I try to do everything, I'll just end up doing nothing because it's just too overwhelming. So if you have a big task, break it down over several days if you can. As a last and final tip, the best thing to do when it comes to a daily habit is to create a daily routine, a routine that you can stick to, that is easy to stick to, and that you can do every morning and every night, that ensures that you get the important things done. If you struggle brushing your teeth, having a shower, and that sort of stuff in the morning, create a daily routine, a morning routine that you can stick to. Use visual reminders to help you remind yourself of that routine, and it's just going to make your life that little bit easier. Let me know in the comments below if you have a good tip with habits and habitual things that you like to do. I'm very interested to hear about it. If you liked my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. That way I would know to keep making videos and keep, putting smiles on your faces and stuff like that. So yeah, I would really appreciate it. Until the next video, my name is Eden. I have lots of ideas, and I'll see you to talk about the next one. Ta-ta.